Hao. So hello, everyone. Today is going to be an interesting day. Any questions you have are fair game. This is one of our consolidations days. We are going to do a new move, but I'm hopeful that along with the review that we're going to do today, it will also be a fairly straightforward move. So there's a couple little transitions. We're going to go over those. We're going to go over some of the turn body chop with fist, parry block and punch, and Chengfu. So we're going to go over all of those again today because our new move today, which is right heel kick, you get into it from a variation of Chengfu. So that should be pretty straightforward for everybody after we've reviewed it. So let's start out today by doing what we know of the second section. In our second section, prepare. Knees are bent, head is up, shoulders down, body suspended. Good body shape. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Roll back. Press. Push. Fist. Under elbow. Repulse monkeys. 1, 2, 3. Diagonal flying. Raise hands and step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Left brush knee and push. Needle to see bottom. Fan through back. Let's take 2 steps forward. Turn body. Chop with fist. Step up. Parry, block, and punch. Chengfu, which is step up, and grasp the bird's tail. Right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, 'High pat on horse'. Right separation kick. Left separation kick. Turn body. Left heel kick. Left brush knee and push. Right brush knee and push. Step up and punch down. All right. So one of the things I wanted to ask today, we always, actually, before we do that, let's go through all of that again from, let's see, single whip, cloud hand, single whip, and just to get a little more warmed up. I know I wasn't as warmed up as I wish I had been. So let's, you too, huh? Well, that works. All right. So, so let's do that. And while you're doing it, think about in that section where anything that's just not feeling how you would want it to feel. And let me know how that's going. All right, so let's see. Let us be in single whip. We're pretty much to the sort of right end of our space. And cloud hands coming across, and left hand. This is number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Stepping to the corner. Single whip. High pat on horse. Moving our weight back, shifting our arms, stepping in and executing. Right separation kick. Arms circling, close step, separate. Close, stand up, look, kick, change our arms, sink step, and circle, separate, shift, close our arms, stand up, look, kick, close, kick out, turn around, sink, stand, left heel kick. Left brush knee sinking. Polish the table and strike. Right brush knee, arms to center and swing step. Polish the table, strike. Step up and punch down. arms to center, and both arms to the right. Step and punch, turning back. All right, so in that section, is there anything we want to review or go over in that particular section?
You know, I think I'm just forgetting stuff all of a sudden just today. Like wait, is my hand like this or like that? And then is it my toe or my heel? It's not like a problem. It's just that it's a little spacey on those. So we could, but I don't know that it's needed because it's just me forgetting. It's not me like, you know what I mean?
Got it. Well, what it is it's a cue that those things aren't fully in your body yet. It's probably also a cue that at this point in your Tai Chi learning, you know there's options. Right? You know, you could be doing an empty step with your toe or your heel, for example, which is, I assume, what we were talking about. Let's do this. Let's go through it one more time, and then we will. And when I do, well, maybe you could tell me which was it high pat on horse? And
I think I finally remembered that high pat on horse is the heel to toe transition.
Right.
Execute. And then, so another thing that I forgot about my hands is in the turns, in the kicks.
Yes.
So with the kick, one hand is palm down, one hand is palm up. Is that right? With the
you
first,
mean when you're done, or when you're doing the final turn, or
with the first separation kick?
Yes.
It's
yes. Yes.
Up.
Yes. Yes, up. Indeed.
And then with the second separation kick,
one is well, you were here. Let's see. Talk about forgetting, right? All right, so we're here. So, and yes, we're on the toe there, and our chest is to the front, right? To go into right separation kick, we keep remember I said just imagine that you're putting them on a big stone. So your hands are on just a different part of the big stone that's revolving. So they actually, one is up and one is down. Initially, your right hand is not in this sitting position, but it ends up sitting right at the moment when it right here, it sits here and then stays sitting, and then you cross your hands. And at this point, both hands are kind of sitting, but it's hard to know. It's hard to really make the hand sit, left hand sit. And you stand up, look, kick, and then change your hands again. So your right hand is now palm up and your left hand is down. That way, when we do the second kick, and we sort of circle faster, see, we can be on this sort of stone again until we get here, until we get under here. And this arm, your left arm can go up and then separate as you finish. Here, here, here.
And then
and then there you go. And then, today's not my best day for kicks. Here we go. Here.
The hands, then, I guess.
yes, the hands rotate. Both hands rotate because you're here. Both hands rotate so that you're in this position, this sort of standard position, right? You know, where your palm is up. You could read the notes you've written on the palm. and you can and your fingertips are pointing at your middle forearm. So yeah, there. And then when you unwind and turn around, your out hand flies in. Right?
Yeah. So when you're on the second separation kick, and you're coming into this position,
yes.
The moment when your leg comes in is when your arm comes in. You kind of wind at the same time. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just have to.
So where are we here? So we've done our separation kick. Then this all happens simultaneously. And this knee is pointing to, parallel to where this foot is.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
They all come together. It's a lot.
Yeah. Thanks for the refresher. I couldn't exactly remember where they're supposed to be pointed.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Well, let's go over the let's go over. We've done a right brush knee. So let's go over in several directions and review this punch down, the key elements of punch down. So let's just go through it a couple of times to sort of remember. Here we go. We come up, and just like we're going to do a left brush knee, right? Our arms are to center. Then instead of standing on our right foot and one over, one under, both are going to, as we turn and swing our foot through, both are going to come to our right side. I'm sorry, I'll do it in the other direction in a second. And then, so you're very turned to your right side. My left hand is almost, the fingertips of my left hand are almost, like in a line. They're almost hitting that corner line. Then as we go heel, ball, toe, we are starting to turn and sweep with this left arm. And then it finishes sweeping. And that's when we really turn. It's a lot like a brush knee, where you turn a lot at the end of the turn once you're bending your knee. And if you notice here, I'm in position here, just about, I don't know if you can see, but I'm down far enough that I could hit somebody's knee if they were standing opposite me. So that's my intention. My intention is to hit him in the knee. Hit him in the knee. So let's do it from the other direction. From here, should be a little easier to see. Coming up, coming to center. Right foot comes out. Both arms travel down as we step and turn. Start to turn back, sweep, arm is starting to come forward. Then most of the turn and comes as you bend your knee. And again, our setting is, it's not here like it would normally be, right? In a line. We have we've tipped our body significantly so that we can get down here. Don't feel like you have to get all the way down there, because I have a big step and I'm still having to tip, but tip some. So let's try from this direction. I'm not going over the footwork separately because the footwork is just like so much. Well, I'll just go over it right now. It's you shift a little back, your foot goes out, all of your weight goes on to that right foot, you swing through. This is just like the brush knees would be. You root with your heel, heel, ball, toe, bend knee, and you're turning your upper body, especially as you're bending your knee, back square. So we'll go through that footwork one more time. Shifting back, foot out to the right, body goes over that right foot, swinging our foot through. You can pass the center and come out, or you can swing it through, because you're also turning your upper body to the corner. And then as your upper heel, ball, toe, upper body starts to turn, but then really turns as you execute the technique. And don't forget that you're also, as you're turning, you're also adjusting so that you're not in a straight line. This also means, you may have seen earlier that my right heel came up a little. This also means you have to be very conscious of pushing with your back foot at the moment you punch. Because if you don't, if you're not in a really solid bow step, this foot, you could come off the ground because you're really tipped forward. You really have to, you can tip forward, but you have to make sure you still got your 40% in the back when you do. So you stay rooted and grounded in the back. This is part of where you get your energy.
So I'm trying to, there's a one specific section I'm looking at. It's from the time between when your foot, when you do the step.
Yes.
And then right before you punch. So you're bending not at the very end when you punch, you're bending sometime in there. And then also the sweep of the hand before the punch.
Let's do it this way.
Okay.
The answer is yes. I'm starting. I think I'm actually bending. Okay, I'm not so much bending now. I'm definitely turning now. But I'm not really, I don't feel like I'm bent down. That's a very good question. How soon are we bending down? But I just feel like I'm really turned to the side. My chest is to the corner here. And I've got good body shape, but here I am, right? And then here, as I sweep, I'm reaching down to this level so that I'm not reaching out here, right? I'm reaching down. So that does start me bending forward a little bit, I think.
So, okay. So,
and then here.
All right. So when you're turning, you're going down and your arm is sweeping. And before you punch, but after you've done part of your turn, your sweeping arm, does it get to about your knee, and then as you punch, it just goes slightly beyond as you turn your body, or is it, when is that the sweeping hand?
So there's a good picture of this in last week's email. So here you're rooting with this, right? It's only the heel, the edge of the sort of heel pad is starting to, has got enough, right, that you're rooted. What I observed when I did the pictures was that about halfway through here, I was a little bit turned and my foot was on the ground.
Okay.
But my weight is not, I mean, I'm moving forward. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like just flopping the foot down. I'm moving forward, but most of my weight is still back.
Yeah, because you're saving that for the punch.
That's right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, okay.
And then as I'm bending, so this gets about here, and then it comes with my final turn and punch.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Good question. Yeah.
Yeah,
I had
was,
that up. Go ahead.
no, that was a good visual there, because I could see when you stopped right there, your hand was about the middle of your body when you had your foot down, but not weight. And then the rest of that was saved up for that, the punch down, the turn and the punch down. So.
And this is how I feel when I do a brush knee. So, hang on. So this is how I feel when I do a brush knee too. You know, it's like, now it's hard not to do the other one. Here we go. Here we go. See, I'm here, and then I'm turning here. But you see, if I stop right here, I've still got most of it behind me.
Yes.
Most of it behind me. I've turned a little, and then I get the rest.
Okay, that's great. So we just reviewed 2 moves at once.
There we go. We did indeed. Yes, that's good. All right. So so let's practice it one more time from this direction. So let's see, where are we? After a right brush, knee, and push, our right foot is forward, coming up, coming arms to center, foot out. Both arms are going to are swinging to the side. They don't really change a whole lot, their orientation. You make your fist as you go back and root with your, and swing and root. Then forward, sweep, heel, ball, toe, turn, bend knee. And again, this is like, it's hard for me to do it in slow motion. You've got to keep enough, you've got to make sure you don't do this, right? You're sitting forward, but you're not going to go, you're not going to do it this way, right? You're going to do it this way. That makes sense. So got it. All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, do you want to go on? Let's go on to what happens next. So we are normally, we'll try it from here. This is not the normal direction. No, we're going to do it from here. We're going to do it from the normal direction so you can see. So, so we're here. The first thing we're going to do, so let me just show it to you. We're going to do a turn body chop with fist, coming up to a more normal setting, and coming turn body chop with fist. Since we already have the fist, we don't have to make it as we come back. One up, one down, chop, and finish. So really, this is pretty much of a review. What is the transition is not difficult. So where are we? So we're here. Okay. So we're here. We're going to come up and start to rotate our fist, but it'll take a while. Pull our weight back over our heel, and you see where see how my arm is right across my body, right, and my palm is facing the ground, right? Then I'm finishing my turn, and what you want to make sure you do is look out here. You want to make sure, right, nice. You want to make sure that you're not leaned over. It's a really awkward position. Then you come back, and then one arm up, one arm down, and step to the right. Chop 30%, and then turn your upper body and strike. So let's do that from here. So let's go into punch down. And so we're from right brush knee. Our right arm comes up, our arms come to the center. Swing, step. Arms are at the side. Polish the table, punch. Coming up. Rotating. Turning. Coming back. And step out and punch. That's a bow step you're stepping for. You're actually not punching. I'm sorry, you're chopping. I know you can't see me, sorry. And strike. But you'll be grateful later when you can look at the video. All right. So we're doing it this way. I'm going to do it this way now. So get in punch down position with your left foot forward, away from the camera. There you go. Perfect. And the first thing you should do is just set yourself normally. Come up, set yourself normally, and then as you come back, palm towards the floor and turn. As you come back onto your new back foot, your left foot, left arm down, right arm up, step out for a bow step, and 30% chop. Come through, turn your upper body and strike. And you pull your arm back, your right arm back. That looks good. Yeah. Any questions about that? Okay. Those are thumbs up. All right. So let me get it. Sorry, I'm very parched today. Hang on. All right, so where do we go from there? Well, we're going to go into parry, block, and punch from there. So this is where we are. And we have done this before. This is the same parry, block, and punch, but just in a different direction that we've already done in the second section. So As our weight comes back, our right arm comes up, our left arm is rotating. Then our right arm goes out, our left arm goes in. Notice that my right arm, nice, I see folks have that, is set here. Fingers of my left hand are pointing to the middle forearm. Now my weight is back far enough, I can rock off the front heel and bring everything to the side. My right foot comes in, then out, one line, two sides. I go stand on that right foot, just as I do in parry, block, and punch. Turn, bring that block with my left hand. Make sure that your body shape is good and you are keeping your elbow, not flat against your body, not straight back. It's kind of more to the corner. And then heel, ball, toe, bend knee, turn your upper body. So let's do those three together. From here where we've punched down, we finish the punch down. Coming up, turn body, chop with fist. This allows me to sneak a peek at you folks. Nice. Nice. All right. And parry, block, and punch. Left arm rotates, more palm up. Right arm is coming up as you're coming to center. As you're coming all your weight on the back foot, your arms take on this position and then swing. I could see you folks are ahead of me, great. And then parry, block, and punch. All right, now, before we did Chengfu at this point, which is to say, step up to grasp the bird's tail. And we shifted back a little bit and then rotated both of our arms, our left arm into a ward-off shape as our left foot is coming out, and our right arm sort of on the diagonal palm and pulling back a little bit, pulling away. But I've told everybody before that it's as if we're here. It's as if, I don't know if you can see it, it's as if I had a pole right in this hand. The pole would be touching my inner forearm. And then what's going to happen in Chengfu is that I'm going to pull it a little further as I shift my weight. And as I bring my other foot leaves, I open the hand and it will come through. Now in Chengfu, we, at the same time we're opening our hand and shifting our weight, we're grabbing and pulling. So we get into this position, nice. And then we close our arms and step to the bow step, and then right arm up, left arm down. Perfect. All right. What we're going to do here is a little variation on that. So we're in the same place we were before, but now we want to do a kick. So I'm going to show it to you. This is the same. This is the same. But now, what does this look like? It looks like kind of half of getting ready for kicking arms, like half of a double ward off, doesn't it? So what do I do is I shift my weight, I leave it there, and I just let my body come towards it. I open my other hand. I bring it up. Look at that. And I kick. Right? So this is not a problem if you've already got the Chengfu, right? And don't worry, folks, we will review all this next week too, because I know the hard part of it actually, Chengfu is the harder thing. This is an easier one because you actually get to shortcut. So let's do that from a variety of directions. Let's do it from here. So we're shifting back a little bit so that we can what? Rotate our left arm and ward off towards the corner. And as we shift our weight, we kind of pull a little further with this right hand on that diagonal. Then instead of, let's actually do Chengfu here. If we're doing Chengfu, we shift our weight, rotate our hand and grab and open this hand. Then we close step and go into right ward off. Nice. Now let's do what we're going to be doing now. We're going to shift back a little, do our Chengfu, shifting our weight, but now we're going to sort of collapse. We're going to close our shoulder and turn our body, sweeping this arm across so that we can be ready for this kick. We're also going to be changing our gaze. So gaze here, gaze is going forward. Now your gaze is going over where you'd be connecting with your opponent, which is just behind your wrist, on your left arm. You're coming across with your other hand, your gaze as you start to come up, your gaze goes and looks at the person you're kicking. Make sense? Then a heel kick, regular kicking arms, and you bring your foot in. Yes. Whoops, you undid it and did it again. There you go.
Do your arms stay out at the end of that kick?
They do.
Okay.
In this case, they do. Yes, they do. So let's do it in this direction. So where are we? Parry, block, and punch. And Chengfu. Leave that arm there. Other arm opens, comes across. You're looking in your kicking direction, and you kick. Nice. Let's do it from here. Parry, block, and punch. Left foot forward, punching with your right hand. Coming back, foot and arm warding off to the side. Leave the arm there. Gaze into where you're kicking and kick. So let's put all of that together from the left heel kick in the proper direction. So we've spun around and left heel kick. We're going to descend into a left brush knee. And then right brush knee. And then step up, step forward, I guess, and punch down, arm swing to the side, step, and punch turn. We're going to turn body chop with fist. What do we do first? We come back up into the right setting and then turn body, chop with fist. It's actually easier because our fist is already made. Step up, parry, block, and punch. Right arm up, left arm rotating, and right arm forward, left arm back, and your weight's coming back. Both arms circle to the left. Step one line, two sides. Parry, block, and punch. Chengfu into right heel kick. Shift back a little. Ward off to that left corner and open the right hand. Let your gaze come forward where you're kicking. You now are ready to kick and heel kick. Any questions about that? Just needs lots of practice, right? So no worries, we'll be doing that again next week. If you have a couple of minutes, let's do everything from cloud hands. And if everybody can't stay, that's fine. So from single whip towards the right side of your space, cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, stepping to the corner and into single whip. High pad on horse. Changing our arms, shifting back, moving our foot, toe touch. And circling our arms for left separation. I'm sorry, it's right separation kick. Arms coming across, standing up, looking, kicking, change arms and legs, and sink step, and circle your arms, move your weight, separate, close, stand up, look, kick, closing, turning, and turn body, left heel kick. Descending, left brush knee. Right brush knee. Step up and punch down. Arms swing to the right and punch, turn body. Change your setting. Keep weight in the back foot. Turn body, chop with fist. Adjust your setting. Start to adjust that forearm and turn body. Shift weight. One up, one down. Root, chop 30%. Turn your upper body and strike. Parry, block, and punch. Shifting back, one arm up, one arm rotating, right arm forward, left arm back, and as you move your weight back, arm swing, you turn to the left, then forward, parry, block, and punch. Here we are. Step forward to the left heel kick, right heel kick, sorry. Chengfu like. We're warding off. Standing up. Kicking. There we go. 3 for the price of 1. All right, any final questions before we stop? All right. Tongjimen Zaichen. Thanks everyone for joining me.